That's good. We're going to have a few announcements. So, welcome to our mindful moments. It's every single Wednesday, 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. We come live on Instagram, and we also upload onto YouTube, which you can find in our link trees or in our highlights. We'd greatly appreciate it if you'd go and subscribe. It's free and it really helps us out. My name is Emma.
And my name is Chandra.
We run the Mindful Moments, and we wanted to just let you know a few updates. So for the next 2 weeks after this, we will not be doing a live. We will start back on our lives on August 28th. And so we'll put a reminder in our stories as well before we come live again. But for the next 2 weeks, for kind of a summer break, we won't be coming on. There will be shorts and things that we will post on our YouTube. So if you are following our YouTube, you can really support us there and keep that kind of going. And come September, we are looking at bringing a few guests. We have guests that we're going to start to bring and do some interviews with. So that's really exciting. And then come October, we're hoping to fully move over and just go live on YouTube. So it's greatly appreciated if you kind of push our YouTube and help us get some subscribers and move along there.
Yes, that would be muchly appreciated. And then we'll look forward to seeing all of you over on YouTube.
Yeah, worried. Hi, welcome. So yeah, so that's kind of, is there any questions? Does anybody have any questions? And it'll give you a couple weeks to think of some different topics that you want us to talk about, or even guest speakers. We have a couple that are already kind of been talked to and kind of in line for. So if there's anything that you want to learn about, anything at all, a guest speaker of any type, send us a DM and let us know, because we can always do some research and find some people, some topic that you want to know more about, something that you're interested in, those kind of things.
Yes, please let us know. Because we're planning to have a guest speaker once a month, right?
Yeah. Yep. Come September. Yeah.
And on the guest speaker ones, those ones will probably be up to an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be once a month.
Yeah.
So we're super excited. We're going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to bring some more exciting things. We're going to work at doing a few more shorts on our YouTube, and we're still really new to YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still new to YouTube, so we still have a lot to learn. But
But we're learning and we're growing.
absolutely. So today we just thought we'd have kind of like, we're going to talk a little bit about a friendship series, and we're going to talk about friends. And so we have a series about different dealings with friends that we're going to talk about. But today we thought we'd start off on a positive note and talking about like green flags in friends, and green, like, what do you look for in a friend, and what do you appreciate in a friend, and what kind of what uh, what are some qualities that really mean something to you? Do you want to talk?
Yeah, if anybody wants to share them and share some ideas or share some of what you look for in a person into the comments, that would be awesome too.
Yeah, we'd love to share that with everybody.
And one thing is like I always look to make sure like the person is positive. Whenever I leave that person, I feel more energized and uplifted, like they genuinely care about me. Yes,
Yeah,
so I know that I can trust in them 100%.
yeah. Like, trust is a huge thing.
Yeah,
Like, trust is a cornerstone, I think, too. You
that's the
need
most
to,
important
yeah, be
thing. Trust,
honest.
honesty, integrity, loyalty.
Loyalty, integrity, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
Good listener.
That's the listener. Always checking up on you,
Hmm. Yeah.
showing
People who are
the
going to
genuine
support
support.
you. I was actually having this conversation with somebody just the other day. It was really interesting, because they were in a situation. Hi, Wawa. So they were in a situation and they were kind of letting me know what was going on for them. And they had said that one of their friends had decided that that they weren't going to be their friend anymore because they didn't agree with the decision. And so we had a bigger, longer conversation about that. And again, like you can be friends with somebody and not necessarily agree. Again, it can't be illegal or bad towards somebody, but if it's a decision that that person makes and they're making a decision that's best for them, um, as a friend, whether you agree or not, I think that a big part of that is to support that person. Um,
Exactly. That's
and it
something they're
doesn't mean you need
passionate
to
about.
agree.
No, I 100% agree with that. You should always be a supportive friend and support people in their dreams and their passions and everything because it means a
Yeah.
lot to them.
Yeah,
And what means even more is knowing that your friend supports you and believes in you and wants the best for you.
absolutely. Hi, welcome. Yeah, absolutely. And what's best for you isn't always best for what's best for the other person, right? But I think that comes in when we're talking about like integrity. When Carrie, you were talking about integrity, is like having that respect for somebody, and respect is a big thing to me, you know?
Yes, exactly. Showing respect is a huge thing. And respecting people's boundaries too is another thing too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that shows too, um like when somebody says a boundary, that also allows them to be like to show that they're respecting themselves. And when somebody respects themselves and is like, this is where I'm at, and they can be vulnerable and they can talk and they can kind of open up. And again, as long as you have that loyalty and that trust and everything that and the honesty, like they were talking about, that helps to grow, your friendship.
Yeah, exactly. And you get a deeper bond with the person too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And having people that you like can just be your true self around too. You don't have to worry about what you say or how you act or anything. You can just be completely yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. And there's this, and I can't remember it off the top of my head, but there's this meme or this saying or whatever that's going on social media, and it goes quite often, but it says something like, I read a post that I didn't like. I saw something I didn't agree with, but I kept scrolling. You know what I mean? So like, I try and always support, even if it's not something that I really know about. I try and support as long
Yeah.
as it's positive. And Chandra was absolutely right. We all go up and down, and we're all like our moods. Sometimes we're gonna have days that we're lower. Some days we're gonna be happy, like those kind of things. But at the same point, it's your mindset and it's being able to be positive and being able to communicate and work through that, because having that communication in a friendship is so important.
Yes. Communication is another one of the most important things too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes if you don't understand or if you're miscommunicating, like that's how you can take things the wrong way as well. So communication to me is very important in all relationships.
Absolutely. And I think that goes for like the one thing that I do like, is the fact that with some of my friends, hi, welcome. Um, I do voice text and we do voice messages back and forth, because in text you can sometimes, sometimes if you don't know where the person's at or whatever, you can misread things, right? Or
Mhm.
depends on your own feelings and everything at that time, because your feelings and everything are projected onto what you're reading, right? So then that's all definitely how you take that message, and may not be what the person meant at all. So people's tones of voices and being able to talk and explain things, I think is really good in in a voice text if you can't
Yeah.
make that phone call.
Yes, then you can hear what they're, because you're right, we can so easily take things the wrong way from text. I know I'm an emoji person and I know you are too, Emma, so I can kind of like when I am texting, I like to, that's when people can kind of feel the
Yeah,
energy I'm putting out. But it's
absolutely. I mean,
nothing,
emojis do
it's
help.
nothing compared to voice text though.
Cannot enter.
And it's so much
So we're
easier to just
talking
voice
about
up and
voice
you can hear the,
messages, though. Voice messages, you can hear the person's voice,
yeah.
not talk to text. I do talk to text too, as Blake does know, and it often Siri often does not have the same language that I have because I'm
I
like, I
know.
did not say that.
I know you've done that to me too. You're like, oh, I didn't mean to say it that way.
I remember a couple of times I've reread and I was like, oh no,
But
that's embarrassing.
well, that's the thing when you have it like Emma and I have a really strong bond. So even though it didn't seem, I mean, she may have came off differently. Like I know in my heart that what she's meaning because I know who she is as a person, and we have that deep connection.
Yeah.
So I didn't take it wrong, but if it was someone else and her voice to text texted that way, they might because she sent an apology. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was my voice to text. Oh, no worries. I wasn't thinking that way.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm on the road too, so I push the button. Um, yeah, just not text
Yeah,
voice.
but see, you must
Yeah,
know her
you know
very
what I
well as
mean.
well then.
And that's when you're like message with people and they know you and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, when you know someone well enough, it's okay. They can say it however which way it comes out.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, and I like people who like in a friend. What's important to me too is being able to be open, like open to
Yeah,
new experiences and open to exploring things together, because that builds something new too.
yeah. No, I love that too. And that adds
Yeah,
to the adventure as well.
yeah, we find the odd trails like we did the other one. We find trails, or we went to the zoo last year, right?
I know,
Big
I'm
Lakes,
just
we'd
thinking
never
of
been
that one
there.
actually. I was just about to share that story.
Oh, you should share it, how like we got lost.
Yeah. Decks are all like all over, like it was so pretty, all the colors, and then we're like, oh, there's like no one around, it's so much more fun. And then we realized that the zoo was actually closing down and we almost got stuck in there and we were so lost and we couldn't find our way back out.
Yeah,
We
it
were the
was
only ones
like
that,
really like maybe like what, like 10 o'clock at night or something,
yeah,
and it was
I
like
think
November, so it's snowy and it's cold and it's dark, and we thought it was so cool nobody was around, but there's a reason for
yeah, that
that.
was a fun adventure. But you know what's great is we could just laugh about it and we found our way out eventually.
Yeah, we actually said like, what would you do if we have to spend the night here and we're stuck with these animals? But yeah, being able to have fun like that, and it builds
Yeah.
memories. Hi, it builds memories to look back on, and if we were stuck in the zoo overnight, at least we would be okay because we got each other.
Exactly, exactly.
It was a fun adventure.
Yeah, it's a good fun
Actually,
adventure
no,
to
it
look.
was December
Oh yeah,
because when I came back, it
yeah,
was
it was.
December.
Yeah, yeah, it was December.
Yeah, so it gets
I
dark
remember it
real
was getting kind of
quick.
cold. But you know what? It was more fun when there was no people around, so you didn't like it when it was busy.
We made some awesome videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's being able to have that and being able to laugh, but also, you know what? Being able to have somebody that you can cry to and you can understand. Hi, Ron. How are you? Somebody that understands kind of where you're at,
Yeah,
and can really, I guess, like doesn't just listen, but like hears you, and
you can
yeah.
kind of feel what you're going, relate to what you're going through.
Yeah.
It makes you
Yeah.
feel so comfortable that you can like openly share all your thoughts, right? When you are going through times like that. I think that's
Yeah.
really important too.
Yeah,
That's where the
absolutely.
trust comes in, right? Just knowing someone that you can trust in and whatever said between you stays between you.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing that I am totally on is that like when somebody shares something, it's their story to tell, not mine. I don't
Exactly.
repeat somebody else's story
Um,
because I respect them and respect the fact that that's their story to tell,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Exactly. I'm the same. And
Yeah.
knowing that, like you know, no matter what, behind your back, they're saying positive things about you as well, right? They're not
You,
kind of.
yeah. No, I just laugh because I said that I was saying that to somebody else the
Oh,
other day as I was
were you?
talking about, yeah, I was talking
Yeah,
about what a solid circle of friends that I have,
yeah,
and that I am so, so grateful. And I said, I wouldn't doubt, like, I could walk out of any room or not be in there. I said, but I know in that room that, like, they have my back no matter what. And
yeah.
that's just such a rewarding feeling. And it's a long time to find, as I say, you vibe with your tribe, but it takes a long time to find those people, right? And those people are the
Yeah.
ones that you need to nourish and continue to, put your time into building.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. And it does take a while to find those friends that you can 100% trust in like that.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, you go through a
friends are
few
hard to
before
come
you get
across.
there.
Yeah.
But I think each friendship that we build too, like we learn from
Yeah,
that, right? We learn about
good or
ourselves,
bad.
we learn about maybe boundaries, we learn about like what we want or don't want in a friend. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, every friendship gives us a lesson as well.
exactly. Whether it's a good or bad experience,
That's
we learn
right.
from it all.
Absolutely.
And I'm a strong believer that every person comes into your life for a reason, whether it's to teach you something, to bring some positive, or maybe teach you a lesson.
Absolutely.
I'm a strong believer in that everybody comes into your path for a reason.
I do believe that too. Absolutely. I hope you're doing well, Ron. Is there does anybody else have any green flags, things that they look for in a friendship or that's really important for them to have in a friendship? Ron, actually, I was gonna say that. That was funny because I was like, sometimes I'm like, I'm done with the lesson, and I do believe that, sometimes we're given the same lesson if we haven't learned it the first time, and sometimes I don't always learn the first time, and yeah, so I get
Sometimes
it.
it takes a couple times. Sometimes you need a couple lessons. I know I've had my fair share of lessons as well, but I've learned over the past now, like I'm pretty like confident and
Yeah,
better at reading
you to
people.
it helps you to grow as a person too and learn about yourself, right? As long as you reflect on that experience and allow it um, to sit with you so you can learn and you can grow from it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. People that'll show up when you need them.
yeah, yeah. People are there for you.
And people can show up in different ways too, whether it be like even a voice message to let you know that they're thinking about you, or FaceTime, or um and I know like Brenda and I, when I forget where I was going somewhere and I was in an airport and I don't know, I was walking all around. Anyways, we're on the Snap video together and stuff, and so she was touring around with me a little bit, like going through things. And so yeah, there's different ways that social media now allows you to connect with people and have people
Yeah,
there even though they can't physically always be there.
exactly.
Yeah. Anything else that anybody can think of? The other thing that I think is really big, and it's kind of like what Dave was saying there too, is showing up, right? Like showing up for the person when they need it, or doing what you say you're going to do, you
Yeah.
know? I think
Which,
that's always really important.
yeah. Which is part of having integrity too. Like say, if you say you're going to do something, make sure you do it. Hold yourself
Absolutely.
to your word. There's so many people that, oh yes, they're all talk but no action.
Yeah. Ron, you're absolutely right. Somebody who's going to validate your feelings,
Yeah.
who's not going to minimize your problems, because like, yeah, if maybe I don't think, maybe I've gone through it and I was like, oh, well, I don't think so, but you're not that person and you're not going through it and
Yeah.
you're not feeling those emotions and you didn't walk the journey they did, because sometimes, you know, things are more triggering to some people because they've walked a different journey, and we need to respect that as a person and validate how they're feeling. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Exactly. 'Cause everybody's journey is different, right? And people go through things in different ways.
And I think it's beautiful. Like, I love hearing about people's journeys, you know, and I think we're really blessed when somebody shares a part of their journey with us, because they don't need to do that, right? So
Yeah.
I find that sometimes on social media people are so quick to judge or make comments when you're reading through some of the stuff, you know, and at the end of the day, instead of doing that, how about being grateful
Mhm.
and starting with a thank you instead of a please, right? Starting with gratitude instead of asking.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Ah,
Good
yes.
listener too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way you listen and interpret too can also teach you about yourself, right? And maybe what you're going through and what you're feeling, because what we hear and what we see are through the lenses in which our past brought us here, right? That's why we see things differently. So that's why it's important to listen and to actually hear and understand, by asking questions, right, about what somebody's meaning.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Social media friends have become quite different. Absolutely. Being able to hopefully say the right things. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes just being there, you don't have to say anything,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm. Just having an ear to listen to. Sometimes that's also our needs, right?
Yeah. Similar interests and views. I guess one of my suggestions is to join groups. So there's lots of groups out there that you can meet that have similar interests, you know, or social groups, activity groups. If you're interested in doing something, go do that. Go do that activity. And that activity brings other people who are interested in the same. So I think doing that kind of stuff and connecting with like-minded people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And like-minded people bring other like-minded people together. So Chandra and I, when we met, we had a mutual friend, and so we met through a mutual friend, and then we developed a really
Exactly.
close, strong friendship. So it's meeting people and doing the activities in which you
And then
enjoy,
you bring
right?
people, yeah, that's actually how I made all of my friends in Calgary was like either through the hiking community or the fitness community. Met one friend and then more friends and then brought people together.
Yeah,
Then we all became
absolutely.
a big friend circle. We all have the same like similar personalities, similar interests.
And if you
And
my friends too, like I've met through Chandra and vice
yeah,
versa, you know, like
yeah, vice versa.
so um because like when you have a good relationship and a good connection with somebody, the people that they're connected to are usually similar, you
Yeah.
know, and so being able to build those relationships and as friends, you want people to be friends and you want a good community.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a great way of growing your community of like-minded people.
Yeah.
That's actually how I was. I was in a hiking group, and that was how I started hiked with one girl, which led to like many friends to come.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's I have hiking groups too. I've been in hiking groups and
Yeah,
stuff and pottery and all sorts of different things. And we have a business chat, like so we meet
yeah,
different people too. and a business page and stuff. So we meet people in the business world who are interested. Um, and if you're ever wanting to join that community, you send us a DM because we would love to connect you and be connected with you in that world as well.
Yes, reach out anytime.
So I guess we'll close off with that. So I'm just going to do a really quick reminder. Please go follow us on YouTube. It's in our link trees. It's in our highlights. The YouTube, it will really help us. The next 2 weeks we won't be live. Our next live will be on August 28th. And then come September, we will start our guest speaker series. And October, we will start full-time on YouTube.
Yes. So if you haven't already liked and subscribed, please go do so.
Absolutely.
And spread the
And
word.
thank you. Yeah, you bet. And when we put it in our stories, like feel free to share that into your stories, or feel free to share that with people as well. We'd really appreciate that.
Yes. And sharing is caring.
So we're sending you so much love. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for being here. It's great to see everybody. And we will see you on August 28th.
Yes. Enjoy your couple weeks, everybody.
Thank
Have fun.
you.
Stay
Appreciate
safe.
you, Robin.
Love you
Take care.
all.
Yes. Bye-bye.